By the way, that's what the early church did. The early church was so good at this. After Paul dies, Peter dies, Nero tries to kill Christianity, wipe it off the face of the earth. And then there's a group of plagues that hit Rome. It's kind of like the bubonic plague, but it was different back then. And everybody left. All the rich people and the people of means, they were gone. Guess who stayed? It was the Christians. And they loved people and they cared for people and they took care not just of their own people, but they took care of the outsiders. And they weren't demonizing them or excluding them. They brought them in even though they didn't believe like they believed. And they loved them and their lifestyle matched their message. And as a result of that, they won the world. Christianity literally took over the world. So much so that Julian the Apostate, he was the third emperor after not Nero, Herod. And he tried to revive paganism, and he couldn't revive paganism. And he wrote to one of his pagan priests, and he said, the reason that we can't get any traction with paganism is because of these dadgum Christians. He probably didn't say dadgum, but it's because of these Christians. He says, their charity, they are so loving, not just to their poor, but to ours as well. It took people on their own terms. Their lifestyle matched their message. They were full of grace. And they were persuasive. Now, imagine if our church lived that way. If just the people in this room, with your spheres of influence, if you were strategic in your prayer, wise with your life, and persuasive with your speech, imagine what could happen. If we weren't disinterested and detached from the thousands of people in Abilene, Texas, who will die and spend eternity separated from God, imagine if that bothered us a little bit. And it kind of broke our hearts so much so that we said, I'm going to do something about it insofar as I can. And I'm going to be intentional with the people that I'm around. I'm going to create relational environments. I'm going to have the uncomfortable discussion because it matters. And I'm going to be persuasive. I'm not just going to make a point. And I'm going to be careful with my Facebook posts. And I'm not going to needlessly separate myself from people who don't believe like me. But I'm going to be winsome and kind and attractive. And I'm going to let the Lord use me to create to aggressively expand the kingdom of God insofar as I can. That's why He's blessed you. That's why you're here, is to be a blessing, to take the good news and share it. And it happened once, it can happen again. It happened in Rome under the leadership of Nero, who hated Christians. It can happen under our leadership in this day and age too. The question is will you do it?